All right. So, what is all this? Is the live stream setup? I know it's all discombobulated, but this is the live stream setup. Okay. So what this is the ATEM switcher. It's a switcher, the ATEM switcher, and then this is the web presenter. So this is actually what does the live streaming. This is like a switcher, so you put different video inputs into it, and then it just sends that out. So to be able to set it up now, both of these, they do not have an on and off body. So once you plug the power in, that's it, it's on. Once you plug the power in, it's on. So what I did was the way I'm running this setup right now. Let me come on. So this right here is the multi-view output. This multi-view output. So this is what is showing on the TV. That's what is showing on the TV, the multi-view output. Now, I'm not using the these channels, the XLR channels for the ATEM switcher, because you will need two XLR channels, and then you have to feed two separate mixes into it, and it's just too annoying. So we're not doing that. What I'm doing, however, is just getting a feed from the board and feeding that into the web presenter. So I'm getting the feed from the board and feeding that to the web presenter. That's what I'm doing. Now, the ATEM switcher is being controlled by the Blackmagic software on my computer, and I'll show you in a second. So, and it uses whatever cable it is called, Ethernet cable. It uses that Ethernet cable to connect to your computer, and now that's how it controls the software. And then the web presenter. The web presenter connects to the laptop. The web presenter connects to the laptop using a USB 3C. Okay. Now, how I'm connecting these two together, is by using the program out. So there's a program out from the web presenter to the input in the SDI input to the so this is actually the program out from the ATEM switcher to the SDI in of the web presenter, and I'm using the SDI cables because they just look cool. But I'm using that SDI cable because that's the only actually output you could use. That's the only output you could use. For some reason, I cannot figure out how to get the HDMI loop out, because that's what you would be able to kind of loop out what you are broadcasting as well to a different channel, but it's not working, so I don't know why. Connecting the cameras, I guess that's important, maybe. So the connecting the camera, if you take a look, I have 3 cameras connected, an HDMI camera, and then 2 SDI cameras. 2 SDI cameras. Now, these 2 SDIs, they actually going into a HDMI feed. I just converted the SDI cables to HDMI using the SDI to HDMI converter, so that I can run it longer. So, because the SDI cables run longer and the HDMI cables do not. So that's why if you HDMI cables, usually if you run it maybe like 100 feet, then they start giving you problems. So that's why I use the SDI cable, and then I'll show you the switcher, or not the switcher, but the converter box I used. So I think that's pretty much it. Now let me show you the software.